Namaste and good morning, everyone. Let's start our Wednesday class with some prayers. Om Guru Brahma Guru Vishnu Guru Devo Maheshwaraha Guru Sakshat Parbrahma Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Om Bhu Bhavaswaha Tatsavitra Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Naha Prachodayat Asto Ma Sadgamya Tamso Ma Jyotirgamya Vityurma Amritam Gamya Om Sehna Bhavatu Sehno Bhunaktu Saviryam Karvavahi Tejasvi Navadhitamastu Ma Vidvishavahi Om Shanti 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 Om. Today we are going to talk about gratitude. A very important aspect of our life. The question is, are happy people grateful? Or are grateful people happy? This debate has been present since the time of Socrates. So philosophers, they are always trying to find this out. Because the act of gratitude plays an important role in our psychological well-being and also in self-actualization, which they often talk about. Gratitude turns what little we have into abundance. Gratitude is so much more than saying thank you. Gratitude changes your perspective of your world. But yet we wonder, when everything looks so bleak, how can we feel grateful? Somebody said that gratitude unlocks the fullness of life. It turns denial into acceptance and confusion into clarity. Gratitude makes a sense of our past, brings peace for today, and even creates a vision for tomorrow. That's how powerful gratitude is. According to studies done by John Hopkins Medicine Group, and their research showed that positivity can even improve your physical health. But positive attitude is not just thinking happy thoughts. We all know that it takes effort and determination to remain positive, especially in today's world. When we see misery around us, when we see the shootings, even in elementary schools, by the students, not just only in the wars. Remember, a positive attitude is formed by the choices we make daily, and also how we react to situations and others around us. Because we don't live in a vacuum, we live with other people. When we brush off disappointment or even rude comments, we maintain a positive attitude. Our attitude is also influenced by how well we ignore negative self-talk. So it's not only the negativity comes from other people, we create negative self-talk too. And how we accept our current circumstances. There are other ways that people embrace a positive attitude, and those include being thankful or practicing gratitude. Many people do not realize is that being thankful and practicing gratitude are quite different things. We all grew up being told to be grateful and say thank you when someone did something kind for us. So it just became very easy for us to use these terms interchangeably. But what we have learned is that thankfulness and gratitude are not synonyms. Thankfulness is a reaction. Somebody wishes us on our birthday. Somebody gives us a gift, says kind words. We react towards it and we say thank you. When something good or exciting happens, it is easy to be thankful. We appreciate the warm feelings that come with gifts or happy news. So thankfulness really involves how we feel in the moment. And as we know, like all feelings, eventually they fade. Feelings are fleeting. So thankfulness is a temporary emotional response to a temporary circumstance. Sure, it is very important to express thankfulness when something good happens. So that means that thankful or being thankful is not inherently bad. So it is part of showing appreciation to others or for your good fortune. We are thankful when we get a new job, when we meet a new friend. But we got to remember, thankfulness is not enough to keep us in a positive mindset. Setbacks and things that we are most certainly not thankful for will always interfere with our thankfulness. And because of this, we must rely on other ways to maintain a positive attitude. And one such way is by expressing gratitude. Let me tell you, gratitude is a chosen state of being. So thankfulness is a reaction. When good happens, gratitude is a chosen state of being. Thankfulness is an emotion. Gratitude is an attitude of appreciation under any circumstance. So gratitude involves being thankful, but it is more than that. Gratitude means expressing thankfulness and being appreciated of life, even when nothing exciting is happening, when nothing good is happening. That is gratitude. You could be late for work. and you get a ticket on the way, or you are on a walk and you slip, bump your head, you can still be grateful. So gratitude is your decision. Remember that. That the day is a good day even when evidence points towards the opposite. So that means that you don't need something good to happen to have gratitude. And when bad things happen, your gratitude does not falter. Because you know that the sad things are just a part of life. And you are happy with the life you lead. This is what our rishis called titiksha. In life, there will be ups and downs. Some days will be very happy days, and some days will be full of ache and pain. But still, you are grateful. So, by choosing to cultivate gratitude in your life, you are actively improving your health and well being. A study from the University of California, Berkeley, states that gratitude may be associated with many benefits for individuals, including better physical and psychological state, increased happiness and life satisfaction, decreased materialism, and many more. So there are many, many benefits if we choose to be grateful. Gratitude is about being content. That's why Rishi Patanjali called it. See, santosh is the word for contentment. Santoshad anuttamam sukhlabha. So gratitude is about being content physically and mentally with the state of your life. You may not always be happy, but you can still practice gratitude. In the same study from Berkeley asserts that practicing gratitude is not only good for you, but for your relationships as well. And as human beings, we have many, many relationships. And we all want to have better relationships. We are social beings. The study states that gratitude is also important to forming and maintaining social relationships. When you engage with someone and express gratitude for them, they are in turn more likely to express gratitude in return. But there's always a give and take in a relationship. The expression of gratitude is what helps us form new relationships and even strengthen our current relationships. So studies have shown the positive effect of relationships on our emotional well-being. And it is one more added benefit of practicing gratitude. Okay? Remember, practicing. This doesn't happen automatically. We got to practice it. Now, what is the difference between gratitude and thankfulness? Because I told you earlier that sometimes we think they are same, but they are not. So how do you know if you're operating from a spirit of gratitude? Gratitude is an important part of keeping a healthy psychological outlook. but it is closely related to thankfulness. So what are the differences? Thankfulness fades. Gratitude remains. So gratitude often begins as thankfulness, but the difference happens when you keep your focus will stay with you. You are thankful if it's a beautiful sunny day, but you are grateful even if it's raining. Gratitude deepens our inner connections. So that means thankfulness is external. We feel thankful when something happens externally, but when we practice gratitude, we rely on our inner voice to stay positive and remain appreciative in all circumstances. Another thing you got to remember, thankfulness is about the present interaction. Gratitude improves the long-term relationships. That means you may feel thankful to someone at the moment, but gratitude is an ongoing showing of appreciation in your relationship. So practicing gratitude in your relationships will bring you closer to the ones you love. So you can see that gratitude and thankfulness are closely related. But gratitude provides you with a longer lasting feeling of satisfaction and improved well-being. Practicing gratitude is proven to offer many benefits to us. Ways to practice gratitude. So if it's a practice, how do we practice? First of all, there is no right or wrong way to practice gratitude. Because gratitude should be an internal expression of your own thankfulness. But many people find physical acts of gratitude increase and maintain their happiness on a long-term basis. By choosing a gratitude practice, you are definitely ensuring resilience when times are bad. You are maintaining a positive attitude and you are lessening your risk of depression. Start a gratitude journal. Your gratitude journal can be as simple or elaborate as you please. It can be digital on your laptop, or you can buy a beautiful notebook to share your thoughts and feelings. So that means jot them down, whichever way you like. And if you don't like writing, you can use a voice recording app on your phone to speak in your journal. We live in this beautiful technological age. All these apps are available. But work you must do. Most people begin a gratitude journal by writing 3 things they are grateful for on a daily basis. Okay? At the end of the day, just think, what 3 things you were grateful today? And if you want to write more, you can, but minimum 3. So the key is to find a way to be consistent with the journaling. Okay? If you choose to do it once a week, that's fine. But to me, I think daily will really strengthen this practice. faster. Begin a meditation practice, because meditation or mindfulness and gratitude, they go hand in hand. Finding time to meditate for even a brief period daily can have a tremendous effect on your well-being. This is something which we are doing it for ourselves. We are not doing a favor to God or Guru. As you meditate, you can silently list the things you are grateful for if you want to use that time for that. Or you can repeat a mantra like, I am grateful for all that I am and all that I have. You can start your meditation with that. If you cannot sit down and meditate, take a walk. Use that time to think about your gratitude list. Whichever way you want to practice, but make sure there's a consistency and a regularity in your practice. Because we often do the self-talk for what we don't have, what is missing in our life, what somebody said bad to us, did bad to us. Use this quiet time for the positive thoughts, grateful thoughts. Sign up to volunteer. Giving your time to help others is a fantastic way to show gratitude. Because what is the most precious thing we have? Time. So giving back to somebody, somewhere. Find an organization that interests you and see what volunteer opportunity they offer. All organizations, they can use some volunteers. When we help others, we are reminded of all that we have and instantly feel grateful. Another one you can do, spend time with loved ones. Spending time with your loved ones often is an effective way to remain grateful. It's a sense of belongingness. Having close friends and family helps us feel supported and loved. When the people who have lived all the way to 100 years of age, this is one of the characteristics they all had. Close relationships and being grateful for those loved ones. By pursuing your relationships and creating memories, you will create a list of gratitude memories to draw on when you need a pick-me-up. Another thing you can do, give away to others. Find things in your home that you no longer use and donate them to a charity in need. Not the useless items, useful items. We all have items that lie around the house and cause clutter. Clear out the clutter and brighten someone else's day with a donation. When we realize all that we have, it is impossible not to maintain an attitude of gratitude. Expressing gratitude is beneficial in many ways. So thankfulness is also an important value to cultivate. And together, they make a world a kinder and a happier place. And thank you when we say, it really changes the energy around us. Saying thank you keeps us humble, especially when we mean that thanks. Ingratitude produces pride. while gratitude produces humility. Saying thank you makes us fully appreciate our blessings. Be thankful for what you have. You will end up having more. If you concentrate on what you don't have, you will never, ever have enough. Saying thank you makes us feel more optimistic. It is impossible to be negative when we are giving thanks. Saying thank you encourages compassion, kindness, and love. Those are very important qualities for an aspirant to have. So a thankful heart is not only the greatest virtue, but the parent of all other virtues. See, vices, they come together. Virtues also, they come together. Saying thank you shows selflessness. Make it a habit to tell people thank you. To express your appreciation sincerely. So sincerity has to be there, and without the expectation of anything in return. Saying thank you is good for the spirit. Sometimes we think that it's just a good manner because our parents taught us to say thank you. But it is a lot more than that. It is good spirituality. Saying thank you is good for the heart. Gratitude is the memory of the heart. Saying thank you can be a kind of a prayer. If the only prayer you ever say in your entire life is thank you, it can be enough. But again, the sincerity has to be there. And when we say thank you, it inspires wonder in our existence. They say that we can feel those moments alive when our hearts are conscious of our treasures. And thank you connects us to the goodness within others also. Because appreciation is a wonderful thing. It makes what is excellent in others belongs to us as well. And when we keep on repeating, it never diminishes its meaning. When we use it to guide our conversations and structure our relationships, it can be amazing. It's amazing how often we hear it back from the other person also. Thank you. And I was telling you earlier that this gratitude or a deep thankfulness can improve the quality of our thoughts and our lives. Can never say enough of it. Because gratitude automatically elevates our mood. People who frequently practice gratitude in a measurable and regular activities, just like I was mentioning, keeping a journal, they report lower levels of depression and anxiety than those who do not. Okay? So if you feel sad or depressed, practice this. Practice gratitude can make us feel happy in the present moment by helping us focus on what we have rather than thinking what we lack. Because in that particular moment, That's where we are. Gratitude also promotes proactivity, because we cannot always control feelings of happiness or sadness, because emotional experiences are similar to weather patterns, rising and falling with infinite variations. So gratitude, however, is a choice we can always make, no matter what the weather. Remember that this is a choice. It's not an emotion. It's not a reaction. It's a choice we can always make, no matter what. By developing thankfulness in our thoughts, we discover a proactive way to move forward, even when we are feeling stuck. Gratitude resolves our connections with others. Part of living a happy and productive life involves sharing experiences with others. Could be with the partners, could be with the children, or the relatives, co-workers, friends. So gratitude strengthens our connections with people by helping us see how lucky we are to have even one good friend or a teacher in our life. And in turn, encouraging our own potential for being a positive influence in someone else's day. Gratitude shifts our perceptions towards the positive. Remember, gratitude is a habit. And in modern life, this habit is becoming less and less common. With instantaneous access to food, drinks, and entertainment, we are quickly becoming a culture in which the words thank you are not spoken as often. Our feeling of gratitude is not there. So we have to find ways to be sincerely grateful for the common blessings in life. And we got to learn how to re-establish our natural sense of gratitude for our existence in this wonderful world. So remember that if it's a habit, how is the habit formed? When we repeat something for a long time, that becomes a habit. So that means we got to decide, got to write it down, or put some kind of a timer on that this is the time to be grateful. You can do that in front of your altar, or you can just look outside into the nature, whatever works for you. But it has to be a serious practice if you really want to get the benefits, all these wonderful benefits of a person who is grateful no matter what. No matter what. Because sometimes we think when everything is going fine, we can be grateful because we have been told something good happens, show your gratitude. But we got to be those people who can have that feeling of gratefulness no matter what. Because no matter how bleak the situation is, there always a lot of good things are happening. So concentrate on the good. Even when we look at this body, If there is one part of the body is not functioning, the rest of the body is functioning fine. Be grateful for that. Instead of just focusing on that part which is not functioning. We can always do that. Or if financially there is some difficulty, we can always be grateful for our relationships, for our health, for our emotional being. So gratitude is an emotion similar to appreciation. Appreciation, but a lot deeper than that. Definitely, first comes the acknowledgement of goodness in one's life. In a state of gratitude, we say yes to life. We affirm that all in all, life is good and has elements that make it worth living. This acknowledgement that we have received something gratifies us, both by its presence and by the effort the giver put into choosing it. And who is the ultimate giver? Or who is the ultimate owner? That's God. So this practice of gratitude takes us closer towards God. That's why it can be our prayer, it can be the meditation, it can be when we do our daily duties. Choosing to be grateful all the time. All the time. So saying thank you when something physically is happening, something is happening in that moment. Staying grateful all the time, no matter what the circumstance, that is the gratitude. So this is the point I wanted to make today. Because we are all walking on this path of spirituality. And we cannot walk on this path without this attitude of gratitude. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaye Purnameva Visheshyate. Om Shanti 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 Om. Thank you very much.